Students and professors at Western New England University were also watching. Tonight, a law professor weighs in on what he thought of today's hearing. Western Mass News reporter Jeff Kramer joining us now with our team coverage continues with that local reaction tonight. Jeff.
And Dave, Professor Bruce Miller believes today's hearing is one of the most important events that his students will see in their 3 years in law school.
The confirmation hearings of Justice Thomas in the fall of 1991 were a pretty close comparison to this.
Bruce Miller is a law professor at Western New England University. As he sat in a room Thursday and watched what happened on Capitol Hill, he says his mind went back to 1991, remembering the hearing for now Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas.
I'd say this is probably more divisive even than that, just in the sense that the partisan lines are more clearly drawn than they were then.
Professor Miller says the Kavanaugh proceedings surprised him. He thought the Republicans believed the outside counsel was going to work better than it did.
She treated it as if she were taking Professor Ford's deposition, and I think didn't use her time very effectively to get much. I don't know that she could have gotten much.
As for Professor Ford and Judge Kavanaugh,
I guess I think that Professor Ford was extremely impressive. Judge Kavanaugh, in a way, I think was too, because he was obviously very sincere and feels all of this very, very deeply.
Matthew Feehan is a third-year law student. He believes both Ford and Kavanaugh sounded credible and their testimonies should be considered.
I think bringing in a prosecutor to question Dr. Ford might have been a questionable tactic, but with that said, this is a delicate issue. As
Feehan watched the hearing, he says he knows this will go down in history.
I think there's better ways this could have been handled. I think because of the way it's been handled, it's brought out the worst in both parties.
And many students also go on to say that this is something they know they'll be able to look back on and learn from in the future. Dave.
Jeff, thank you.